Whoo, boy. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. You know, it's crazy. It's still actually kind of warm out here. It hit about 65 degrees today. It got warmer than they said it was going to be. But the crazy thing is, tomorrow, they said the rain's going to start moving in late tonight, and then an Arctic blast is going to come through, and then it's going to turn to snow. So as warm as it is out here, and the fish have been swimming, I can see the fish swimming right now. As warm as it is out here now, they're saying we're going to get 2 to 4 inches of snow tomorrow into Sunday. And then come Monday, it's going to be back in the 60s. Things change fast sometimes. It's almost too fast. It's almost hard to believe. But then again, this is like deja vu, because I remember sitting here and it was like this before. And then the next day we ended up with a foot of snow. It's crazy. But I guess it's that time of year. But at least daylight savings time is coming around. So we'll be able to have the days longer in the evening. So we'll have more light and more time to do some fun stuff. So we're hearing the Cowboys. There's so much deception that's going on. It's hard to believe anything. We're hearing that the Dallas Cowboys are trying to work out, bringing Amari back, which I think is just bullcrap. I think at this point, everything's kind of screwed up. I think they're just trying to save face and act like we want to keep him to try and drive up the price of him. We're hearing that the Browns may be really interested in trading for him. And what they're hoping to get is a third-round pick, or they may even settle for a fourth. Because if they can trade the contract, then, of course, that gives them more cap relief than if they just release him. And it gives them a pick, which helps to, of course, replace some of the other free agents that we're losing. We've heard that, well, it's funny. The conversation, of course, saying that Dak Prescott is the black Kirk Cousins. I wonder what he will say if that were actually true. What will he say about Baker Mayfield? I'm just trying to understand. What would happen with Baker Mayfield? Because Baker Mayfield, clearly we blame Odell Beckham Jr. when clearly it was Baker Mayfield was the problem. Baker Mayfield is ass. But be that as it may. The Bobby Wagner situation. Oh, man, I was just like, yes, we're finally going to do something different. Yes, we're finally going to try and go get a premier player. But, of course, if he doesn't come in as a bargain, there won't be interest. We've heard that, I think a lot of times what happens is some in the media do the dirty work for the Cowboys. I think some of the media were helping the Cowboys to try and sell us on Amari Cooper being a guy that gives up. In the same way, the media was used to help try and get a better deal for Dez Bryant by basically saying all of these negative things about Dez Bryant and so on, as well as the same thing with D-Law. They are a tool of the organization. Let's be clear here. They are. And so, of course, we heard of the Cowboys reached out to Bobby Wagner, and then, of course, we get stories that, don't expect the Cowboys to be in the sweepstakes because he wants too much money. That may be a message to Bobby Wagner to say, we want you, but we need you to wheel and deal because we don't have the money to try and get a better deal. The thing that's crazy about the Cowboys is they always act like they are the best negotiators in the world, that, we know what we're doing and stuff. But I can't think of too many deals that I look at and say, oh my God, that was a hell of a bargain that they did. That was some great moves, because more times than not, we see bad moves like, Tyrone Crawford's and Jalen Smith's deals, or Miles Austin or Marion Barber's. on a regular. Now, don't get it twisted. Everybody makes bad mistakes. At least the Cowboys draft well enough to get guys where you wonder, should we pay them a whole bunch of money? Teams like the Giants can't even get to that point. At least they don't have to worry about paying Barkley another contract because they know he's a bust, as well as Daniel Jones. But that seems to be the Cowboys' Achilles heel, is overpaying guys when they shouldn't. I thought for sure that D-Law, especially when they went to him and said, we'd like you to take a pay cut, and he refused, that he's going to be a goner. But then today you hear, oh, he's definitely coming back. So I don't know what to think with this Cowboys group. The other thing I'm curious of, the whole Jerry Jones's daughter situation. And I'm not meaning this to be funny or anything. We're told that it's not about money, her reason for wanting to come out. If I had a father that didn't acknowledge me in public, I think I would want to be. I mean, yes, I've been taken care of. The money's been there and everything else. But I want to get to know you as my father. I want to be known as your daughter or your son, or whichever case may be. And I could understand that. But I'm wondering is if she's a huge Cowboy fan like us, where we see the Cowboys 26 years of not getting back to the Super Bowl, and we see mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake being made. If part of the reason why she wants to be acknowledged as one of the kids is she looks at Stephen Jones and said, hey, I can do at least what you're doing. Maybe I can do something a little bit different. And like I said, I'm not meaning that to be a joke, because all of us would like to say, you know what, let me be GM. Let me try and make some of these moves because, I would have gotten rid of Jason Garrett sooner. I wouldn't have gone through all these years. I would have gone through and I would have focused in on fixing the defensive line, the offensive line, and getting that stout, and then worry about getting my skilled players because I need to protect my quarterback because that's my singular biggest need. I wouldn't have waited till the end of the season to get rid of Money Maher or Greg the Leg Zerline. I see that the guy is not performing and it's time to get rid of him because he's not doing his deal. I wouldn't make some of these contracts. At some point you got to say, let's trade a guy while they still have value. Or instead of signing him to the big contract, let him go and get a compensatory pick. Because these are mistakes that have been made over and over and over and over and over again. And all of us, because we all love the Cowboys, and I'm sure Jerry Jones' daughter does too, would love to say, let me have a chance to try and get this stuff right. Because we as fans have waited way too long, guys. This shit hurts. Tired of waiting and waiting and waiting for the Cowboys to get their shit together. And so far what I've seen this offseason doesn't give me any confidence that the team is going to be better than it was last year. Maybe all of this is a rope-a-dope. Maybe they're just faking us out. I don't know. But it's just kind of crazy. And every day it seems to get crazier. So we'll see what we see tomorrow. But come Monday, legal tampering begins. Oh, one other thing I'm curious of. If D-Law is staying, is Randy Gregory as well? Because I'm trying to figure out how they're going to pay Randy Gregory when we don't have enough money to pay a punter. And maybe they figure we don't need a punter because Mike McCarthy's always going for it on fourth down. That might be the case. Anyway, the fire's going out and the wind's picking up, which means that storm is coming through. Tell somebody you love them tonight because you might not have the chance tomorrow. And I'll see you guys later. God